I will now show you how to do some yoga poses that you can even do while pregnancy. Now I want you to keep in mind that you don't want to force these poses if you feel any excess pressure in the abdomen. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and start off with some breathing poses. All you gotta do is just find a nice comfortable spot, sit on the ground here, and you want to make sure that your spine right here is straight, right? Like this. And you want to make sure you're symmetrical and make sure you're comfortable, resting your hands right here. And when you breathe in, make sure you inhale from the abdomen up. You want to breathe it in for about 10 seconds. So breathe in. And then you want to hold it for about 5 seconds. And when you breathe out, for about 10 seconds. And one thing you want to keep in mind is when you exhale, try to extend the back of your spine as much as you can. The point of this is to not only center your body and keep you nice and calm, but at the same time you want to prepare your body for some of the stretches that you're going to be doing. So you want to just spend maybe a good 10 minutes doing stuff like this. And then when you feel nice and centered, I'll show you the next pose you can do. This will be called the mountain pose. The mountain pose is easily just simply standing, but it's also at the same time, like the sitting pose and breathing pose, you want to extend your spine as much as you can. So what you want to do is where your knees are at, you don't want to lock your knees, but you want to at least tighten your thighs. Standing like this. And when you breathe in, try to roll your shoulders back about this much. And then like the sitting pose, breathe very calmly, about 10 seconds with 5-second interval. While at the same time keeping most of your focus into putting a lot of foreign foundation into your thighs, so that it more centers your body is. And then after this, I will show you the shoulder lift pose. Since we're in the mountain pose, you'll be in the good position to do stuff like this. So you'll want to roll your shoulders back like this. And keep in mind, you don't want to make it too excessive for your abdomen if you're far along. You want to roll your shoulders in a circle position like this, while keeping your spine straight, yeah? So go like this, inhale, and then when you get over here, you want to exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. And then repeat this for about 5 times. Giving your shoulders that good rotation that you need to have at least daily. This also sets you up for the other poses, such as the warrior pose and the tree pose. Alright, now at this point, I will show you the mountain pose. For this one, you want to keep your feet about this far apart. And then, without doing too much, you want to try and spread your feet about this far, while spreading your arms about this far. And then you're going to want to make sure that your toes and your heels are parallel. And then, when you're ready, you'll want to do this, and then bend your knee this way. But you gotta make sure you're all lined up, yeah? Making sure your heels are lined up in a straight line, in parallel with your arms and your legs. And then try to bend as far as you can while keeping your spine straight. Inhaling at this point. And then, when you exhale, turn your head this way. This is the pose that usually gets the sweat out of you. So if anything, this is the good workout pose. This is also good for preparing your abdomen, and it also lines up your pelvis pretty good too. And basically the way you want to do this is by counting by breath. So maybe for beginners, maybe 3 breaths, and more for advanced people, 5 breaths. And then beyond there, you just challenge yourself. Then when you're ready, you want to pivot on your feet like this. You want to put your arms down so you can rest. And then relax, breathing maybe 3 iterations. And then when you're ready, go ahead and put your arms back up like this. Repivot your feet on the opposite direction so you can do the same thing on the other side. Then you want to exhale. You want to make sure that this is nice and firm, because this is basically what's holding you up. And then the ideal on this leg is you want to go for 90 degrees. But as I said, if you're pregnant, you want to take it easy. So, go ahead and breathe for a good 5 times. So in, hold, and then out. Breathe in. Hold, and then breathe out. Inhale. And then exhale. When you're ready, go ahead and recenter yourself and try to lightly jump yourself back into this position so you can get a good rest. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to show you the tree pose. In order to do the tree pose, this is also one you want to take it easy because it is kind of tricky. We're going to be balancing on one foot, yes? So, what you want to do, center yourself in the mountain pose that you already know how to do. And then, I shall have you breathe so you can center yourself. In and out. Go ahead and roll your shoulders back so you can prepare yourself if you want to. And then when you're ready, shift your weight to your left foot. Like that. Because you're going to be standing on this foot. And then, when you get a chance, go like this. And then, very slowly, try and get this foot right here. You want to have your heel between where your groin is. And then you kind of want to lean your foot into your thigh. Like so. And then, when you're ready, you want to go ahead and raise your arms all the way up. You can't really see my arms, but basically you just want to keep them clasped together and try to spread your arms up as high as you can, like this. And the trick to this pose is to look at a point in front of you, like a dot or something, maybe a point on your wall, and just stare at that point. And as long as you do that, the power of the focus of your sight will keep you sort of focused and balanced, and you won't wobble so much. If you feel like you're wobbling, you don't want to try and hold yourself up too much, because then you're just going to wear your muscles and your feet out. So if you feel yourself wobbling, you want to go ahead and just relax, let it down, and then do your other side. So in this case, you want to repeat, put all of your weight into the other side, and then when you're ready, go ahead and put your foot right about here. And then go ahead and repeat the same thing but on the other side. And remember, you want to make your breaths in sync with the pose. And normally some people like to do the inhale or the exhale at this point, but really it's up to you. But make sure you synchronize your breaths with your movements. So every time you move something like this, you want to either inhale or exhale, depending on how you're comfortable. Because really in yoga, there's really no wrong way to do it. As long as you feel comfortable and it's somewhat to your style or comfort zone or your body's own preferences. The main thing is the synchronization with your breath. And what I'm doing here is a more customized version of how I like to do the tree pose by combining it with some arm stretches. When you inhale, try and stretch your body out as far as you can, keeping your sight perfectly in front of you, while at the same time extending your spine as far as you can. This pose is really all about mental concentration, not so much balance. By using your mind and your sight, you're able to fortify your concentration in doing a task. This helps you even in things in your daily job. And when you're ready, you can go ahead, relax, and then I'll show you a pose that you can do on the ground. To do this one, this is called the forward bend, seated forward bend. To do this one, you'll want to position yourself so that you're sitting with your feet in front of you like this. And you're going to want to simply stretch as far as you can. It's basically touching your toes, but you want to make sure you keep your back straight while you're doing so. And one thing you can do to help out is use a belt. So if you have a belt or a strap or something, you can do something like this to first learn how to do it. So what you want to do is put your belt around your feet like this. And the idea of the belt is not to assist in pushing you forward, but really to keep your back straight, yeah? So you want to use it mostly to maintain that 90-degree angle that is your abdomen and your legs. And this is actually a kidney exercise. This will kind of keep your, this is an exercise that will exercise your organs, yeah? It'll work mostly your kidneys, which are right back here. And for this one, you want to inhale as you get yourself nice and straightened out. And then when you exhale, you want to inch yourself closer down the strap while keeping your back straight, yeah, like this. And if you're really flexible, you'll even be able to grab the sides of your feet. But you don't want to put any excess pressure on your stomach, yeah? So take this pose really slowly, yeah? So you want to breathe in. And then when you exhale, just go a little bit closer. What you want to feel is a nice, healthy strain that's going to be right here and then right here. This is also good for the hamstrings. Inhale. And then exhale. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and release. Alright, and in the next video, I'll show you relaxation pose, which is basically lying down, but I'll show you exactly how to do it to get the most benefits out of it. Alright, now to conclude this yoga session, I'll go ahead and show you some relaxation pose. This is basically the last pose of every yoga exercise, and it's actually the most important one because it kind of solidifies the entire practice into a single mental relaxation. So now that your body's all nice and stretched out, you can experience the relaxation pose at its fullest. And the trick to do this is to calm your mind by breathing, and then you're going to be gradually slowing your breath as you go, by increasing the duration of the inhales and the exhales and the holding times. So In order to do that, first you want to make sure you got the environment nice and calm, not too bright but not too dark either, because you don't want to fall asleep during this. So you can use either a blanket or, nice, warm enough clothes, because you want to keep your body warm, yeah? So when you're ready, you want to go ahead and just lie down like this. And ideally, you want to have your body nice and straight like this. But really, however comfortable is for you is best. This is also at the same time meditation, but mostly the idea here is to relax the mind and the body. So what you want to do is you want to make sure your shoulders are rolled underneath of you. Make sure your buttocks are like even against the floor so that you're not sort of lying down on your tailbone. You want to have your hands perhaps like this, resting on the floor. And you want to put your body in a position where you pretty much deactivate your entire muscle system so that you're doing virtually nothing. And through this experiment, or through this exercise, I shall provide you links to recommended music to listen to, calming music. Or you can play pretty much whatever you want to play that'll be relaxing to you. And without further ado, I will also provide a very mellow vocal guide to guide your breath and to guide your mind into a very relaxed state. Alright, so first begin by inhaling for a good 5 seconds. Holding for 3 seconds. And then exhaling for 5 seconds. And each time you do, try to relax your muscles as furthest as you can as you exhale. By inhaling, your body's taking in the oxygen, and the oxygen is directly going straight to your blood and soothing the muscles that are now currently a little bit worn out, if any. And in the next, you want to relax your muscles from the toes, and then you work up your body until eventually you get down to the head. When you get a chance, you want to relax the base of your tongue and think of every possible muscle you can relax. Inhale for 7 seconds. Hold for 5 seconds. And then exhale for 7 seconds. At this point, you want to slowly close your eyes, letting your eyelids fall to the gravity naturally. Inhale for 8 seconds. Hold for 5 seconds. Exhale very slowly for 8 seconds. At this point, you should start feeling a very tranquil feeling starting at your toes. As you inhale for another 8 seconds, you're going to feel it coming up your toes, through your ankles, through your calves, and then up your thighs. Holding for 6 seconds. Exhale for 8 seconds. Hold for 3 seconds. Inhale for 8 seconds. Hold for 3. Exhale for 8. Feel the tranquility move from your pelvis up to your waist and up to your spine. Repeat the breathing in this fashion. Notice that as you inhale and exhale, the center of your body will have a seesaw rocking motion. Very slightly. Feel the relaxation finally going up your fingertips, going up your torso, now at the base of your neck. Rest your tongue against your middle palate of your mouth, resting your jaw, resting your eye sockets, and then soothing your mind. Continue the slow and tranquil breathing. At this point, your body should be in a pretty good state of relaxation, without any tension whatsoever. Continue this breathing and enjoy the relaxation. Keep your body aware, keep your mind aware of how your body is feeling this. As long as you keep your mind aware, you won't fall asleep, and you'll be able to experience the full enjoyment of your body doing absolutely nothing. In your own time, when you feel like you're ready, go ahead and roll on your side. Slowly bringing yourself up and returning yourself back into the breathing position. And then you're done. And that's it.